question everything for the truth should not be televised. And that's for sure. So with that, you know, that's why you got to question everything, man. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot going on in the Western world of the Americas and the United States that have been shrouded. They've just been keeping it hidden, man. They've been keeping so much history, and just it's mind-boggling, to be honest. Just take, for instance, you know, when you think about slavery, what comes up? Roots. 12 Years a Slave, Alex Haley's movies of us and stuff like that, being enslaved. Negroes, right? But what if you was to really look into history and find out, just like we finding out now, that we're not from Africa and that we the endogenous Negroes of America, the real INs. What if also you find out as you study that the transatlantic slave trade was actually taught in reverse, as we know now? A lot of it was our people from the Americas being sent all around the world from what we know today. But what if also in the 17th century, 18th century, 19th century, more than 300,000 to 500,000 colonizer white folks themselves was actually sent to Americas as slaves themselves? What if that's a strong reality of the truth of America when it comes to what was really going on? It would also explain a whole lot about why we owned it, so much land and so much farmland back coming into this time now. We lost the majority of it today based off of trickery, just like we lost our identity, culture, heritage, you name it. But just what if, you know, what if we really knew the real American history? Would it tell a different story altogether of what we are being taught today? Remember, Napoleon Bonaparte, he said history is just a set of lies agreed upon. You can actually look that up yourself. It's a famous quote. And with that stated, what do that really mean when who agreed upon these lies? Who agreed to teach them? Who put them out there? What was it all about, and why did they agree upon a set of lies to teach the world? What is shrouded in the Americas of what really been going on? And why is so important that they push that we're from Africa? Why do they try to drill that into our brain that we these so-called African Americans today, when they never did that before, when we don't even got a history of that reality coming from our own households? Because I know for a fact what my grandparents told me. They said, my bloodline ain't never been from Africa. We always been here. And that's my bloodline telling me that. So what is the real agenda behind trying to teach Negroes that they're not from the land that they've been on their whole entire reality? What is to lose and what is to gain? Follow the money trail, right? What really happened in America? And why they don't talk about white enslavement? And why do they tell us that the overseers, so-called masters, was given reparations? But when you really look at the receipts and information that been hidden that we're getting today, they say that it wasn't the overseers or the masters getting reparation. It was actually the enslaved white folks that came from Europe and those areas who was actually getting reparations. You know, what is really real and what is not? Because at the end of the day, the more you dive into studying for yourself and doing investigative research for yourself and looking up the old books that you can find for yourself, the more it challenges everything that they have taught us about history of America. Everything. When they say he who wins the war gets to rewrite history, the ugly word war, in that, rewriting history is the breakdown of changing all things, all places, as well as the people. Think about that now. When you rewrite history, you got to change all things, all places, and the people. Now, if that's to be the reality, then that means everything was changed in America. Everything that we think we know, like the Bushes said, we don't know. Go figure. Everything that we think we know, we don't know. Everything that we thought we might know, we don't know. Everything that we think we thought we know, that we could know, that we thought we know, we don't know. That's what the Bush said. So what is really real? If you want a lie to become the truth, he said all you got to do is just keep telling it over and over and over and over and over again. That's all they hear. That's all they see. Before you know it, that's all they would know. Go figure, right? And these are people that are appointed to represent us on a major level that talks like this. So what do you think has really went on here in the Americas that lead us to this place today where we're shrouded in reality on what's really the truth and what's really not the truth? How do we know what the truth is if everything is shrouded in some form of trickery, lies, or deceit? Well, these are things that you, as the parent, as the adult, as the able-bodied thinker, must research for yourself. You have to do it, because if you don't do it, guess what? Anybody can tell you anything, especially when your nation of people don't control the schools, institutions, universities, and religious unions, nor the school curriculum. Then that means you can get anything programmed to you from birth, as long as they choose to give you what they say is his story. And with that, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But that is the question. You let me know. Peace, peace.